It's 2020. Welcome to Chatham Today. Another decade has come and gone. The holiday season is over, and we now settle in for the long winter months. But yet, Chatham remains a busy place, with many organizations hosting a great variety of offerings. We at Chatham Today will bring you as much information as we can about goings-on around town this winter, as well as some special segments that highlight organizations or people who make this town such a special place to live. I'm Huntley Harrison to bring you the January installment of Chatham Today, the show that keeps you up to date with what's happening in the town of Chatham. We are starting with the Council on Aging and want to remind you of the very important special town meeting on Saturday, January 4th at the Monomoy Middle School on Kroll Road. Please mark your calendar for this important meeting. Now, getting to the events of January. Now at the Chatham COA, free Zumba Gold, Wednesdays at 11:30 to 12:30 and Fridays 11:45 to 12:30. Zumba Gold takes the Latin and international dance rhythms used in the original Zumba and adapts them for active older adults or beginners. The design of the class introduces easy-to-follow Zumba choreography that focuses on balance, range of motion, and coordination. Come ready to sweat and prepare to leave empowered and feeling strong. To participate, you must have a liability release form on file, and your medical release form must be updated annually. Sponsored by Blue Cross Blue Shield and Tivity Health through January. Space is limited. Call the COA soon to register for these sessions. Free presentation. Let's talk about tomorrow. Senior Housing Information Session at the Council on Aging on Monday, January 13th at 1 o'clock. Are you interested in applying for senior housing? Thinking about aging in place? Come to the Homeless Prevention Council's information session. Please consider joining them for a gourmet lunch before the presentation. Reservations are required for either the presentation or the lunch or both. Transportation will be available. Call to reserve your place now. We have a COA day trip, Cape Cod Museum of Art, followed by luncheon at the Scargo Cafe, Thursday, January 16th, leaving at 10:30. Join them for a docent-led tour of the latest exhibits at the Cape Cod Museum of Art. You will spend approximately 1 hour on this tour, examining and enjoying eye-opening and mind-expanding exhibits from several of the 7 galleries, and then complete your tour with a stop in the museum gift shop. Following the trip to the museum, you will enjoy luncheon at the ever-popular Scargo Cafe in Dennis. The Scargo Cafe serves a variety of menu items for lunch and is known in the area to be one of the most enjoyable and long-standing restaurants on the Cape. Admission to the museum is $5, and luncheon is at the cost of the diner. Transportation is free, and the bus leaves the COA at 10:30. Reservations are required. Call to reserve your spot now. COA Gourmet Cafe Luncheon and Show. Swing into the new year, featuring entertainment by the Sound Dunes Swing Combo on Monday, January 27th at noon. Join them for a wonderful afternoon, beginning with a delicious lunch followed by a lively show. The Sound Dunes Swing Ensemble Combo is a 7-member band from the larger Sound Dunes Swing Ensemble group, based on big band sound that features the music of the 30s, 40s, and 50s. Members of this 7-piece group thoroughly enjoy playing and singing the songs made famous by such band leaders as Glenn Miller, Tommy Dorsey and Jimmy Dorsey, Benny Goodman, Harry James, Artie Shaw, Duke Ellington, Count Basie, and others. The Sound Dunes has performed in concert, dance, and dinner dance venues throughout Cape Cod and the South Coast area. Join them for a gourmet lunch before the show. Tickets for the lunch and show are $9. Reservations are required and transportation is available. Call the Chatham COA now to make your reservation. The COA Death Cafe is free. Let's eat cake drink tea, and talk about death on Wednesday, January 29th from 1:30 to 3. Ben Franklin listed death as one of the two certainties in life, yet we often live our lives avoiding thinking about death and dying. Surprisingly, people from cultures like Bhutan, where folks contemplate their mortality daily, are found to be happier, perhaps because remembering life is finite may help them keep priorities straight and focus on what matters. It is certain that people who are open to considering their death have a tool in place to make their own end of life more meaningful and enjoy a more rewarding closure. Come join Carla and Peggy in an informal discussion of end of life, your wishes, hopes, and concerns. Sip some tea or coffee, have a piece of cake, and consider different aspects of death and dying, processing our own choices and, in turn, enriching the meaning of our lives. Facilitated by Broadreach Hospice Administrator Carla Torres and bereavement counselor and social worker Peggy Wilbur. The program is free. However, reservations are required, and transportation, as usual, will be available. Call the COA to reserve your spot. For a complete listing of COA events, look for copies of the COA newsletter, The Flash, at Town Hall, or pick one up at the COA on Stony Hill Road. You can also find it at the COA website. The address is on your screen now. Moving on to the Eldridge Public Library. On Saturday, January 4th, the Book to Film discussion group will meet at 2 o'clock. This month's selection is African Queen by C.S. Forrester. On Monday, January 6th, the Chatham Writers Group meets at 10:30. Participants are encouraged to write a short piece of fiction or poetry each week to share with the group and receive guidance and feedback. If you would like to join this group, call John Chamberlain at 302-236-8202. On Tuesday, January 7th, Reading in the Kitchen, a cookbook group, meets at 6:30 p.m. This month's cookbook selection is Dinner for Everyone by Mark Bittman. To sign up, please contact Lorna Zialo at lzialo@clamsnet.org or by calling the library at 508-945-5170. Registration is required for this session. This group cannot accommodate drop-ins. On Wednesday, January 8th, the ebook instruction class will meet at 11 o'clock. Did you receive a new tablet or phone for the holidays? Well, learn how to download free library ebooks and audiobooks to your device and get tips for searching the Clams digital library using the library app. Registration is required. Register online or call the library. Please note, the Libby app is currently compatible with smartphones and tablets. On Monday, January 13th, come for Movie Monday at the Eldridge Public Library at 2 o'clock. Join them for a Movie Monday afternoon. You will be watching a film based on the book Eat, Pray, Love, written by Elizabeth Gilbert. It's a perfect time for new beginnings. Everyone is welcome. And on Tuesday, January 21st, the Great Books Discussion Group will meet from 3:30 to 5. The Great Books Discussion Group is for those who want to talk about outstanding writings in history, literature, philosophy, politics, science, theology, and other disciplines. The group will use the shared inquiry approach for book discussion. And for the younger crowd, on Tuesday, January 7th, S is for Story Time at the Eldridge at 1:15. This is for children 3 to 5 years of age and will be a 26-week program with breaks for vacations. That will celebrate picture books, reading, and the letters of the alphabet, with a final graduation ceremony for all who attend regularly. A one-time registration is required to ensure materials are prepared and available for each participant. Reserve a place for your child now. On Friday, January 10th, We Read Storytime Playgroup at 9:45. The We Read Storytime Playgroup is for children 18 months to 3 years. This early literacy program includes developmentally appropriate stories, songs, crafts, and play activities. Registration and consistent attendance is required. On Saturday, January 25th, The Chat and Chew book group will meet at 12:30. This is a book discussion group for students in grades 3 to 5. Bring a bag lunch and join them for a book-to-film discussion of the featured title. Books are available at the library. Registration for this program is also required. And on Wednesday, January 15th and Wednesday, January 29th, the early release Lego Block Party will take place at 2 o'clock. Lego Block Party is for students in grades K to 4 and will meet from 2 to 3:30. Join with your friends and share your passion for building. These are school early release days, so a light snack will be provided. Registration 24 hours in advance is required. And for a complete list of upcoming library events, make sure to visit the Eldridge Public Library website at the address on your screen now. And now for the events at the Atwood House and Museum. Come to the Atwood on Sunday, January 26th for a special event, double feature, where they will be commemorating different aspects of the Mayflower voyage and the Mayflower passengers. They will begin at 2 o'clock with the Turning Point, a lecture about the crew of the Mayflower's decision to stop their journey south to the Hudson River and instead turn back to Cape Cod. The lecture will be followed by a brief intermission with refreshments and discussion. After the break, you will settle in for the sneak preview of the film Stefano, the true story of Shakespeare's shipwreck. This documentary follows the life of Stephen Hopkins, the only passenger on the Mayflower to have been to the New World before. Tickets are available at the door, and doors open at 1:15. Seating is limited. Sunday lecture series admission is $10, and members are free. And here are some other items of general interest. On Wednesday, January 22nd, from 8:30 to 10, there will be a lecture entitled Cybersecurity: How to Identify Your Weaknesses Before a Cyber Criminal Does. News reports on data breaches are becoming commonplace on the evening news. To conduct business in today's world, we are becoming more and more reliant on the internet, electronic commerce, and communicating electronically, either through social media or email. Knowing what you can do to secure your environment and how to respond to a cyber attack before an attack happens makes a big difference on the lasting effects of an attack. Participants will learn how to identify strengths and weaknesses and what they can do to secure their environment. Again, this session will be at the Chatham Community Center on Main Street. And that wraps it up for this time. We hope you've enjoyed this episode of Chatham Today. Remember, the show runs on Public Access Channel 99 on Mondays at 9 and several other times during the week. If you missed the cablecast or want to see it again, you can find us on Facebook and YouTube, or you can visit our website. Just do a Google search for site/Chatham Today. It should be the first entry you see. The web address is on the screen now. Chatham Today is a video chronicle of the events and activities in the town of Chatham. If you would like to have what's happening in your organization announced on the air, please email us. We look forward to hearing from you. Thank you for watching. We'll see you down the road.